everyone, so today we are going to be doing a mainly drugstore intense eye, beautiful eye makeup tutorial. I decided to do this because I don't know, I have never done a more intense look or more night out look only using drugstore products, and I know that a lot of people ask for that because it's just more affordable. So this is dedicated to all of you guys. We have a little bit of silver and mainly purples. This is more of a cool tone makeup tutorial, but it's going to look beautiful on everyone. So yeah, I hope you guys like it, enjoy it, and let me know what you guys would like to see in the future. Thanks. So let's get to the tutorial. Today I'm going to start off with a moisturized face and some chapstick in my lips. Right now it's very cold here, so I need that. I'm going to be using my concealer as my primer for the eyes before we go in with the eyeshadows. I'm going to be using Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek and dusting that all over my mobile lid to serve as a transition color. I'm using a fluffy brush by Sigma. I will list it down below. Here's a close-up of how I do it. I put it all over that crease because that's just going to make the colors blend in easier, and it's just going to look more smooth in the eyes. I'm using Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm going to be using this cool tone. It's like a brownie, purpley, reddy color. I don't know how to explain it, but that's the color it is. It's from that palette. It's a gorgeous color, and I'm going to be applying it in the same place that I applied Peach Smoothie. That Peach Smoothie is going to make it blend easier since it is a darker color and we want no harsh lines allowed. Then I'm going to go with a 217 by MAC and just blend it in more. We're going to go back in with the palette, and I'm going to be using this. It's like a combination of red and purple, but it's more on the warm side. It's very similar to Bitten by Makeup Geek. I'm going to be applying this with a more precise, denser brush in my outer V to create more definition. I'm really blending that color in so there are no harsh lines. I'm going back in with that fluffy brush to just blend. This process is just blending and blending and blending because that's going to avoid any harsh lines and any just weird lines in your eyes. We want all the colors to come together and to look beautiful. A really good tip is to place the brush like I'm placing it because that's going to give a gradient effect, and the more intense color is going to go on the bottom. Moving on to the L'Oreal Paris Infallible eyeshadow. This is in the shade Liquid Diamond. These are wonderful eyeshadows. They are drugstore, as you guys know, and it's a very thick consistency. It's almost like creamy, and you don't have to use any primer. I'm going to be using a flat brush. This is my MAC. I will list it down below so you guys know the name. And I'm going to be applying that all over my mobile lid. The wonderful thing about this brush is that it's going to give us a really precise line so we don't go over that crease. We just want that to be over the mobile lid. If it gets a little bit messy, don't worry because we're going to clean it. I'm sorry, I did a really bad job at showing you that, but yes, just clean it through. Then I like to use a Q-tip with a little bit of makeup remover to take away the product from our eyelashes. I'm really curling them, not too much, not too little, just on the medium range. And then applying just some coats of mascara before going in with our eyelashes. Ta-da! Red Cherry Lashes number 43 are ready. I really like to poke them in with my tweezers so they come together. Here's a close-up of how the eyes look. Moving on to the face, I'm going to be using my Magic Lumi primer and apply that all over my face with the warmth of my fingers. It's going to really sink into the skin before we go in with our foundation. Today we are going to be using a new foundation. Yay! The Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation. For some reason, the shade that works for all of us that have olive tones is Warm Golden. It has a very thick consistency. As you can see, it does not fall. I really saw that the interesting about this foundation is that it goes on better if you start applying it with your fingers because of that warmth. I don't know what it does to the foundation, but it just sinks to the skin. I did apply a moisturizer before putting my primer because it is more on the dry side. It's going to really stay, and it's perfect for those summer days in which you're going to sweat a lot. I believe it's medium to high coverage. So then I'm going in with a Makeup Geek foundation brush and still using my fingers. They're clean, by the way. Always use clean fingers. And I'm just going to be dabbing that all over the skin. I really liked it. It was something new and it lasted for a long time. I also like to bring it to the hairline to avoid any harsh lines. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand Sable number 20. And I'm going to be applying it in the areas of my face where I want to highlight. I'm doing under the eyes in this sort of triangle shape and bringing it upward to give that lift look to my face. I'm also going to apply a little bit on my forehead and then bring it down my nose and above my Cupid's bow. Now we're going to go in with our beauty blender, or you can use your fingers. This is a damped beauty blender. I use the one from Real Techniques. You put it under the sink and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 10 seconds and you're ready to go. The wonderful thing about this beauty blender is that it's going to hydrate the skin and remove any excess product. If you see the difference, it's more highlighted, more alive, and my face looks a little bit more lifted. Now I'm doing the other side of my eyes and just blend the concealer in. You can put as much as you want or as little as you want. Now that we are done with our concealer, we are going to set it in, because if I don't, I will start to crease. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder from her contour kit, and yeah, this is my perfect holy grail favorite one. Going in with another infallible eyeshadow. This is in the shade 758. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. Whoops. It's a beautiful, beautiful purple. I absolutely love this color. It's very intense. I'm going to be using a flat definer brush and placing that color in my lower lash line. If you see, I really want to focus on that area in order to make it more intense. At least that is my goal. If you want to make it a little bit more light, that is okay. I'm then going to go in with a pencil brush and just blend the color in and bringing it together with the upper color. You can use any of the Morphe eyeshadows that we used before to just make it come together and blend beautifully. Then I like to go in with a clean brush. This is 217 by MAC, and just blend the colors in and smoke it out so there are no harsh lines. Moving forward with a black eye kohl by MAC, and I'm just going to color my underwater line. I don't even know what it's called, but it's just going to make our eyes more intense and more black. Then moving on with our NYX bronzer in the shade dark, I don't know, the darkest color from the set, and I'm using a Morphe brush. This is like a stippling blush or foundation brush, but I love it for bronzing. I'm going to be applying that all over my face. I'm not going to do any harsh contouring or anything. It's just going to be bronzing. This color is very intense and very pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. Always remember to dab the excess product before placing it on your cheeks. For my blush, I'm going to be using NYX Pinched Me. It's a beautiful, really intense pink color, but if you blend it in, it's going to look beautiful. I love NYX blushes. I think they are beautiful formula and just really good quality. Then I'm going in with my highlighter. I use the Becca Opal highlighter. I'm sorry, I do not own a drugstore highlight, so I had to do that. Then I'm using the IT Cosmetics Shape Brow in the shade Universal. I got this as a gift in Ulta, and for some reason I had never used it before, and now that is the only thing I want to use. It gives my brows a very, very natural look, and yeah, I completely love it. We are going to use this shimmery color for our brow bone. It's from the same palette that we've been using, and applying it all over our brow bone. Then I'm going to coat my eyelashes with just a little bit of mascara. I'm using Rimmel Lash Accelerator and just separating them, and we are done with the eyes. I'm using a Milani eyeliner. I am loving these colors. It is like this mauve with some brown undertones. I don't know. I just think it's a very complimentary color, especially for those girls that have a slight tan. I'm going to be applying this all over my lips. I like to consider it a nude, although it is not a nude. Now I'm going in with a Milani matte lipstick. It's one of their new ones, and I am completely obsessed. Then some setting spray, and we are done.
I wanna be the kind of guy that keeps you warm at night when you are cold. I'll grab some blankets from my bed, wrap them around your chest. Now pull you close. We'll flip some channels to find out there's nothing on right now to ease your mind.